How is everyone doing today?
Yeah, wherever you are in the world, have you got a BedBug update?
Yeah, we've got a bit of a BedBug update. Since the last episode, we were covering the front of BedBug. The front wings, if you can remember, were really bad, especially this side here. It had some kind of impact, some kind of accident, which totally bent up this quarter panel. But I did manage to get it relatively straight, so I've started bodywork in there. As well as that, I started doing the wings. They need a little bit more work to get them right, but yeah, I'm pretty happy that they're actually beetle shaped now. So that's good. And I think I just will be doing a lot more body work, just trying to get this straight, ready for primer. There's a lot more to do. I still need to remove the wiring out from the front here, get all that area prepped, and it's the same in the back as well. Although this area here, the customer's not too worried about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. The 67 under here, I did spend a lot of time detailing it and making it look totally factory and nice, but this one just needs to be clean and tidy. So that should save a little bit on the labor side of things. Although it's still gonna look nice.
Brad says, hi y'all. That makes me sound American. Is it
does.
American? Is it? Y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Hi y'all.
We don't really say that in the UK, do we?
No, we don't, do we?
No. Hi, Brad.
Hi.
I do a quick walk around.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, cheers from Poughkeepsie, New York. Oh, I never heard of that. Hi, RC. Gabe is hi from Arizona. Wow, there's lots of people from around the world watching. Don't know if you can see that properly. So this is what BedBug is looking like today. And I have got some good news. Maybe you don't know I'm going to say this. But we went to Old Cars Market on, was it Sunday? And you did say 4 weeks. Until it's
into paint.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of a time frame now.
Yeah. When I say into paint, that is just into paint. That's what I've kind of the target I've set myself. I mean, obviously after that there will be a lot of kind of polishing and the rest of it, but as well as that there'll be a lot of fitting up and basically trying to make stuff fit, I think. But yeah, it's exciting times really. I will need to put another order in for a load of materials. Just before it's going into primer, I will need to go over the whole lot with something like a 320 grit, just so it gets rid of a lot of the deep scratches, so then I can put the primer over the top, and then it's a case of rubbing the primer down. I'll probably go for a bit of a combination, maybe a bit of dry flatting and wet flatting on the primer, anything from 600 to 800 grit, and then it's on with the paint. So yeah, that'll be exciting, but we'll see how I get on.
Corey says, hi from Kansas. Gar says, konnichiwa, ohayo gozaimasu. Brad says, is he going to be putting in smaller windows beside the back window?
There's been a lot of comments about this. I mean, it's one of those things that it would have looked really cool. Like the corner windows you get on the back of a splitty bus or something like that. It'd be really cool to graft those in. But I think with this one, it may be a little bit too late. But that's not to say that is not an idea for a future project. We've got so many ideas now for extra bits and pieces that could be done. Whether it be this car or whether it be another project further on down the line, I don't know.
So there's a couple of people asking about the colour, which will be black at the moment. Well,
yeah, at the moment,
think he's still been quite consistent with the colour, so I don't think
that
will
change. Yeah, he hasn't kind of changed his mind on the whole black colour scheme. He's got another early Beetle, and I don't know if it's called a base model or a standard model. Maybe you guys would know more about this than me. But it was a model that was created, I think it may have only just been for the German market. I could be wrong. It had one horn grille, it had no chrome. And this is almost a carbon copy of the car that he has got, but a truck version. So he's kind of making the rare even rarer by doing that. So yeah, black is the only colour that one was available in.
We've got someone here whose username is Wednesday Sushi Day.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
And he's saying, I'm not sure if it's a him or her. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hi from Nagano. So someone
Nagano.
from Japan.
Ohayou gozaimasu. So yeah, if it is good morning there, it's good morning
Yeah,
here. That's Japan.
Have you been to Nagano?
Nagano is where the monkeys are, I believe, in the hot springs. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I've not personally been.
I've been. I went to see the monkeys taking the bath.
Oh, I mean,
it's so cute.
how cool is that? You know, walking around and just seeing a monkey having a bath. I mean, nowhere else in the world you're going to see that.
If
surely.
you do go there, though, there's one piece of advice. They say don't look at the monkeys in the eye. And of course, someone tested out that theory when I was there. And the moment you give the monkey direct eye contact, they really get angry, actually.
Wow, okay.
It must be some kind of warning or something for them. I don't
might feel
know, but
intimidated.
yeah. So if you do go there, just don't give the monkeys direct eye contact, and it will all be fine.
Yeah, wear sunglasses and you'll be safe.
And you saw some nice cars when we went to Old Cars Market.
Yes, we went to Old Car Market. I don't know if you guys know about this place. It's the place that originally we got the 67 off this guy. And he wanted to have a little bit of an update further on down the line. We showed him pictures and he was like, wow, I've got some other cars if you're interested. That's how we got hold of Project BedBug. But every now and then we do pop in and we do have a bit of a catch up, and I always have a look at his inventory. It's constantly changing, whether it's this kind of boneyard he's got, there's cars appearing everywhere, and inside a very large, I'd call it a showroom, it's like a display area, there's always different cars. And I did see a really, really nice modified low-light early Carmen Ghia, and I've got a bit of a soft spot for these kind of cars, but it was really tastefully done and modified. Obviously, it had the stroker engine, the big carbs, and the rest of it, the Porsche wheels. But yeah, it was so exciting for me. I did take a bit of a video, so what I'll do is I'll pop that in this weekend's video, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. But it's always nice to see some of these early cars, you know, still keeping it real, especially being heavily customized and modified like that. I didn't see a price tag on it, but I think it would have a lot of zeros on the end of that one. It's quite a rare beastie, and certainly one for, you know, somebody that's a collector would want something like that.
Would you ever do a thing?
A thing? I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to do a VW thing.
That comment completely lost me. I was like, what's a thing?
Okay, so yeah, it's loosely based around the wartime vehicles. It looks like it's made of corrugated steel down the side. It's got a windscreen that flaps down. It's a little bit like a Volkswagen Jeep. Pretty cool, actually. I've seen a lot of these modified with the wheels and load, and I expect in the winter they're pretty windy because they've just got a canvas roof flapping about. But yeah, if I could get hold of one, I'd love to, but yeah, they're getting quite rare. They do pop up for sale in Japan though, occasionally, so you never know.
And this is completely different, but we saw on the way to Higashi Matsuyama, which is where Old Cars Market is, we saw a group of modern kind of posh cars. I don't really know what they are, but you pointed them out, didn't you?
Yeah, it
was just a group of them parked up together.
We were going through the services to go onto the expressway, and there's a bunch of supercars parked there. And there was Aston Martin, there was Porsche. What made it really weird was there was nothing Japanese there. There was a whole bunch of them. So yeah, all very fast exotic cars, just kind of at the side there, just maybe grabbing a coffee and a sandwich before they run down the expressway. But it's kind of exciting. It was almost a different thing to see. You know, a car park full of Japanese cars, and then you get these exotic cars just sat there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, Ron's here. I have a link of another Facebook channel that is monetizing on your video. No one should be allowed to make money on your hard work.
Yeah, this is an interesting topic. Yesterday I did drop a video and it was very kind of off the cuff. It wasn't planned. It's just something that was going through my mind. Recently, I don't use Facebook, and occasionally I go on there, and there's this thing called Reels. It's like shorts, and I saw a picture of me, and I clicked on it, and it was actually the build of BedBug that somebody had taken the footage off YouTube and remixed it into a reel, and it had already hit 1.5 million views on Facebook. And first of all, I thought, wow, that's so cool. You know, somebody's using my content and they've done something really cool with it, and it's probably something that I couldn't do. And it's all very AI generated and things like that. But then part of me is thinking that is it right? You know, is it wrong? I'm still sitting on the fence on this. I don't really know, but it seems to be a big problem with a lot of people that make these kind of content. It seems that people are just stealing their content, if that's the right word. I'm not going to get involved in the politics, but taking their content, remixing it and passing it on as their own with no mention of the channel where they originally got the material from. And so it could be really good for promoting small channels like this. But when they don't say where the content comes from, it then becomes totally useless for the person.
And he got over 1 million views, didn't he? This
channel. 1.5 million views on this particular video. But then you did have a bit of a research and found out that he's done it to a lot of people, and it's kind of like maybe a money generating machine. A lot of it's done by AI, and I'm not too sure if it's right or not. Maybe if he did drop us a mention in the description or on the video, maybe it would feel a bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, it would feel like he's almost kind of promoting the channel on our behalf. But there was nothing like that. But yeah, it is a bit of a problem. And
I wonder what this other channel is that Ron's found. I think Ron might be the person who actually commented about your, this is your work.
Yeah, this is another thing that's interesting.
Which is really kind, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, that you guys had actually found this this reel on Facebook as well, and go Team MEZURASHII. You'd actually put comments on there saying this is not your footage, it belongs to MEZURASHII, and that kind of made me feel a bit proud of you guys. You know, kind of.
I thought that was really sweet as well.
Yeah. I mean, that was it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that you guys have found it, and you're putting a mention saying that this is not your material. But another thing is this guy.
We like the beep words as well, don't we? They made us laugh.
Yeah, there was a lot of beep words in there. And as I mentioned before in that short video I released yesterday, I was kind of unhappy that this reel was kind of promising a full build of Project BedBug, and we know it's not finished. Project BedBug is not
and there was
finished.
a lot of frustration in the comments about unfinished. Watching unfinished
that's right. Nobody
videos.
wants to go through. I know it's only like, I don't know, 3 minutes of your life, but you're kind of waiting for this grand finale and unveiling of a car. But you were sat there all the way through this video and then realised that it's not actually done.
Do you know, actually, it reminded me of, I don't know, I was saying to you, I don't know if anyone's watched the series Sanctuary, and it stopped on such a cliffhanger. It's about a sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
We both really like sumo, and it shows you the training and the politics and all that kind of thing. And it stopped on such a cliffhanger. We just wanted to know whether this guy won the fight or not. And we can't find the next series anyway. It seems like Netflix might not be buying it. So we've been on this cliffhanger for it must be it's over 2 years.
It's over 2 years, so I'm sure that they've done a part 2 to this series and we haven't managed to watch it. But it's such a disappointment, isn't it?
Yeah,
that you watch it all the way through, then it kind of stops and you don't know what's going to happen.
The whole series was about whether he was going to win this fight, and it stopped just as he started the fight.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you can't do this to us. And I think perhaps your viewers...
Yeah, it's the same thing that they wouldn't.
Sorry, not your viewers.
The people that are viewing this on Facebook. It wouldn't be our viewers. It could be our viewers because plenty of them watched it. But it's the disappointment, isn't it? And that kind of gets me.
It's so frustrating.
You don't want to promise something and then not just not bring it, and it's
I'm not into cars, so I can only compare it with something that
it's the same
I really
thing.
enjoy.
It's the same thing. It's somebody saying, look at this amazing house transformation, and they don't actually show it. So you'd be
It
like,
goes
what have I
2/3 of the
just-
way through.
Yeah, what have I just watched?
Yeah,
It could be anything, and there's a lot of it out there, unfortunately. But it gets the views, it gets people kind of watching it, and I think these people that make that content, they don't care if you kind of.
So a few viewers might have thrown their laptops.
Yeah, punch their laptops, throwing their mobile phones on the floor. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, and that was the other side of how I felt with it. I felt disappointed for the people that are watching that kind of stuff.
Brad Turner says, I love bugs, but I love the Type 3s. Just so hard to find them here in the southern US.
Yeah, Type 3s. It's weird, isn't it? They were a little bit of an oddball. Everyone was always thinking about, you know, it was always Beatles, it was always campers, but then there was these kind of things they slipped in there. There was some really weird oddball Volkswagens. Type 3 is one of them. In fact, my dad used to own one at some point.
Did he? Did he crash it
Did
into
he
an
crash
ice cream
it?
van?
Yeah, he probably did crash it and roll it and the rest of it. But apparently he did have one.
We're only joking, just because he's going to watch it.
No, the reason why I didn't realise this, but apparently in the back of a Type 3 when I was a baby, it was the easiest way to get me to fall asleep.
Oh,
Probably
is that the car?
That's the car, yeah. So I can't remember what it was. You know, it could have been a variant, it could have been a notch or whatever. But I think the engine's so close to the back that maybe the vibration.
And the white noise. I guess.
Yeah, just made me. Maybe it's that flat-full air-cooled rattle that made me fall asleep. But yeah,
so
cool
you were
cars.
into cars since you were born, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, literally drilled into me that noise of a Volkswagen engine. So yeah, that's a cool car. Yeah, I'd certainly like one of those.
And while we were there, we actually went to another little festival, which was in Sakado, my family's hometown. And it was really, for me, it was really special because I used to grow up coming to Japan and I used to try to dance the Bon Odori dance, which is, it's quite a famous dance. And I think...
How does it go? You're going to show
I
us the
thought you
dance?
meant the song.
Oh, you can sing as well.
I'm not sure, but I'll practice for next year. Our little one was trying, wasn't she?
She was trying, bless her, and yeah,
she couldn't. She was too shy to get into the crowd, but she was kind of dancing on the side. But all the songs, as a child, I used to try and dance. I don't remember much of it, but for me, it was really nostalgic. Some of the songs there really took me back to my childhood. So, although it was a really small festival, for me it was really special.
The thing is, we've been to some of the largest festivals, and this is tiny. It's in a tiny little park, but that doesn't mean they do things by halves. These guys were given 110%. They had a stage. It was constantly busy. There was, lots of singing, lots of dancing.
And we saw something quite unusual. We saw a rock band who used taiko as well. The Japanese drums. So it was like traditional mixed with modern. There were cheerleaders. There were other taiko groups. It was just a lot of things going on.
It was just a mashup of really cool traditional Japanese arts, which is great. I mean, it's great to see it's still going, and there's the younger people getting involved with it as well.
People dancing with their babies in their arms. So I guess they all grow up just being part of the festivals, don't they?
Yeah, and it's pretty important stuff because once unfortunately, these old people that are doing these festivals, they're not getting any younger. And with the declining population in Japan, things like this, they could easily just completely, drop off the radar. And I'd hate that to happen. It's it's very sad even thinking about it.
They did say at the beginning, I'm not sure if you heard it, they said at the beginning before they went on the stage, if anyone wants to join, then please, let us know. So they're obviously still looking for members. That's right. So it was lovely for me. I don't know, probably not as special for you because...
No, I just love festivals.
Yeah.
Full stop. I like the atmosphere of it. It's nice. It's nice to sometimes just get away from. No offense to BedBug or any of the other cars. Sometimes it's good just to get away and not think cars all the time, and then come back with a fresh mind.
But you do talk about them the whole time.
Yeah, even when I'm not with cars, I guess I just talk about cars.
Garth says, is the cost of living the same as the UK?
See, this is interesting. The cost of living, you know, with you guys, you probably know it's getting very, very expensive. And the thing is with
Are you talking about the UK?
the UK, yeah. In Japan, everything is cheaper, but so are the wages.
There's two
So-
things that aren't cheaper though.
Two things.
Fruits and vegetables. I always say this, they're really
Yeah, this is really
they're really expensive.
yeah, this is really interesting that although there is fruits and vegetables being grown across Japan, they are still expensive to buy. And I think a lot of it's to do with in the UK, it's all mass produced and it's imported, isn't it? A lot of it's imported from Europe.
They use a lot of local farmers
That's
here, don't
right,
they?
and they keep the price down, and which is great. There are some budget supermarkets in the UK where you can buy in fresh produce at a really good discounted price.
Yeah, I remember telling your friend at Old Cars Market, you can get 6 apples, I think, for 39p in Aldi. And
That's
over here,
just-
they sell the apples, mostly they sell them individually.
Yeah.
And they would cost at least £1 each, I would say, even with the yen being weak. So if the yen gets stronger, that could probably go up to, I'd say, even £2 per apple. So basically, if you want to come here and not be healthy,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah, if you're coming from the UK at the moment, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to pounds versus yen, and things like eating out, just restaurants, family restaurants, even down to your fast food chains, is really good for the price is. I don't even know if it's half price.
I'd say it's between £15 to £20 for the 3 of us, and that's usually with at least one dessert, I'd guess.
Yeah, I mean it's at least half the price,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's if you're coming with UK money, but obviously if you're working and living in Japan, you're probably going to be earning not as much as you would in the UK. I mean, there's obviously exceptions. People that work for large companies earn lots of money, etc. Doing the stuff that I'm doing, it's not going to make me a millionaire. And the idea is that we can just live a nice, healthy, financially stable life doing what we do. And it is possible. I mean, at the moment, we've just started, really. And
yeah, we're still being very, very sensible.
so we've got to be very careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that if the cost of living is really difficult. I mean, I think house prices are cheaper. But then the houses in Japan aren't really designed to last a long time. It's a weird thing, isn't it? There's no direct comparison with this.
Gabe says, have you worked on the engine yet to BedBug?
No. All I've done is I've removed it, and I did speak to the guy that owns BedBug about what he wants to do, and he's got a early engine. I think it was previously fitted for an oval, and he's got one sat there, and he's still toying with the idea of just switching it out at this point. I mean, I don't mind either way.
Yeah, there's a lot of things he's not quite sure about at the moment. Isn't there?
I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind stripping down the engine, rebuilding, giving it a refresh, maybe a top end rebuild, whatever he wants, and just tidy it up with a bit of black paint on the tinware, put it back in. But it's all to do with cost. Originally, it was a case of with the engine, we weren't really going to do much with it. If he wants to do more with the engine, we're going to have to do more work, which will obviously he'll have to raise the budget a bit. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he really didn't know what he wanted to do with that, did he?
He's got time to think anyway.
He's got time to think, yeah. We don't have to worry about the engine until the car's painted, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
So Wednesday's sushi day. I
love that.
Why Wednesday? We never buy veg. We get rejects that supermarket won't buy from neighbours. Japanese people won't buy non-perfect veg.
Yes.
I wonder, where do you get the non-perfect ones from then? Because I have noticed in Japan the packaging on the fruits and vegetables is like the fruits and vegetables are like royalty. They really put polystyrene around the peaches, another a case around it, and then sometimes a bag around it to stop the fruits getting bruised. I have had quite a few bad ones.
Yeah, we had a dilemma with a pineapple, maybe some avocados.
And some peaches. Because
But
if you look on the top, they look perfect.
Yeah.
And then you get home and then you look underneath where they've been inside the package and they're going a bit rotten at the bottom. And you get annoyed because they are so expensive.
That's right.
But I think that's a good tip though, isn't it?
we have got a local tomato guy, haven't we?
And he gives us the ones
Yeah.
that can't quite make it to the supermarket. 'Cause
Yeah, that's right. We've got
they're a little bit green or...
a local tomato guy. I'm not keen on tomatoes, by the way. But yeah, we saw him recently and the final crop, and he gave us a bag of misshaped tomatoes.
Yeah.
And that's really sweet, isn't it?
Of course, yeah, really sweet. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good tip. But I think cost of living generally is cheaper. Our flat that we rented in Sakado, which is, I'd say you can get to Tokyo within an hour from the flat, can't you?
Yeah, by train, yeah.
It's a flat for one person. That's why we nearly went crazy, wasn't it? Because we had three of us in there.
The whole cabin fever thing. It was really small.
Yeah.
Considering what we were used to in the UK, and then going into a Japanese apartment, it was something else, wasn't it?
So it kind of worked out around, I'd say, £350 a month. Sorry, I'm not too sure about dollars, but that's with a parking space. And so if you compare it to the UK, I guess it would be somewhere like Wood Green.
So yeah, living an hour away from central London by train.
Oh, hang on, maybe it'd be further out. Maybe you could compare it more to Aldershot.
Maybe, yeah, maybe Hampshire, Surrey borders, that kind of thing. You're never going to get a place that cheap.
You could probably get...
You're never going to get...
You can't even get a room for that.
I was about to say, I don't think you could get a house share, a room for that kind of price. Yeah, so... It could work out beneficial for a lot of people.
But then
if they were
also,
going to do that.
If you do work here, the minimum wage is, I think it's just over £5 an hour, whereas in the UK, I'm sure it's over £10 now.
It's got to be, yeah,
or 12. I'm not too sure.
It's got to be. So, yeah, everything's half the price, maybe a bit less, except for fruits and vegetables. But it goes with the wages, doesn't it? It is half. So if you imagine having half the wages, everything being half the price, so you're pretty much the same, if not slightly better off, I would say.
So Gabe says, on BedBug, are you strictly working on the body and paint, or are you going to finish it completely?
Oh, I want to finish it completely. But I think the customer's got his own ideas for the interior and the panels and the area in the back, so he can get on with that. I don't mind it. If he wants me to do it, I'll do it. But as I said, before, it would be really nice for the customers to get hands-on and get involved with this project. I feel that's good. I mean, I don't mind doing this kind of hard graft work and getting everything nice for him. I mean, it's still going to look pretty complete when it leaves this workshop, and maybe without an interior, but yeah, I
can't wait to see it.
And once it's completely done, whether I finish it or whether the customer finishes off, of course we're going to go visit it and have a look around and just see what the finished article looks like.
Rodville says, average cost of a studio single room in the US is $1,300 a month. So it's probably similar to the UK, I think.
Yeah, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. So
I wonder how much that is in pounds. It must be 1,150 or something like that, because it's always a bit lower than the dollars, right, isn't it? But it's it sounds similar to the UK actually.
Yeah, these prices are constantly creeping up, aren't they? One thing I will say though, if you are coming to Japan and you just think that you can just rent an apartment easily, it may not be that easy. There's a huge amount of paperwork, and sometimes they don't like, how can I put this nicely? They don't like dealing with foreigners when it comes to things like properties, because the leases sometimes, the amount of times, is it a lease? You'd still sign the contract.
Contract, yeah.
Say it's a couple of years and it's not short term. I think some parts of Japan had some problems with some foreigners kind of signing this agreement and then just leaving.
Yeah,
and
without
that was
paying.
it, without paying.
But I do feel like in the UK, if you have a tenant who doesn't pay, I think you can't do anything for 2 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then you have to file for court, and then it could be up to, I'd say, at least 6 months until you can get your property back. I think out here it's a bit different. I think they would just call the police and throw you out. Because when I was talking to a teacher at the playgroup, she was like, is it really like that over there?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you kind of think if it's your property and someone's not paying their rent, you've got the right to take it back. But it's not like that in the UK. It's quite different.
Yeah, maybe they have a different system in Japan.
Yeah.
Maybe they get the police involved, bang on the door,
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly, but she was
Yeah.
very shocked when I said if they don't pay their rent, they can still remain there until you legally get them out, which is, for me, I just think it's crazy. I know human rights and all that, but I think a lot of people have perceptions of landlords being super rich, and if one tenant doesn't pay, they'll be fine. But not everyone is in that situation, and especially with even our service charge is just,
Yeah.
I think it's doubled since we first moved in.
Yeah, I can't get my head around that, how people have this kind of license to print money, and you're paying for a product which doesn't, well, it doesn't actually exist really. It just keeps on going up in price, and we've not seen anything. They haven't done really anything for us.
No.
It's a bit of a shame, but if you don't pay it, you'll get in trouble. So you have to do these things.
Yeah. Gabe says, what's gas prices? So I would say we've got a 3-bedroom house.
Oh no,
but,
gas.
Oh.
Fuel.
Oh. I thought you meant gas in the house.
I'm guessing it's America.
Oh, sorry.
Gasoline. Oh, we can do both.
160 yen, I think it is, for a litre.
Yeah, they've got regular high octane diesel, and yeah, it was quite low, wasn't it?
160 yen it would work out in pounds. It would be under £1 for a litre.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rodville, that was my mistake.
It may sound a lot, but in the UK, it's
I don't know what it is in the
were
UK
quite
now,
expensive.
but he says Arizona is 3.89 a gallon, so yeah, it's a lot more than here, isn't it? Oh, hang on, how much is a gallon? So
a gallon is what, 4.7 litres, something like that.
Oh, so maybe it's similar. It's quite cheap. Oh, I just need to get my towel. I'm all sweaty.
Yeah, so fuel prices, I don't think they're particularly bad. I mean, at the moment we're still running the Suzuki K car, which pretty much runs on air, and it's like one of those. It's like a hybrid helper car. It's got a little battery there, so it kind of helps it potter along, which saves fuel costs. But I think that if you've got a gas guzzling car, no matter where you are in the world, it's going to be expensive. But so that's interesting, isn't it? That the price of fuel.
Yeah, it is hard to compare, and I think we had a problem here as well with with rulers, because you wanted an inch ruler. I looked; they had so many rulers in the shop. And obviously in the UK we use inches, and over here they only use centimetres, so it's something you'd have to get on Amazon.
This was a really crazy thing. When I was working on stuff in the UK, it depended which gear my brain was in. Sometimes I'd cut and measure using inches, sometimes it was millimetres. I never really kind of thought about it, but I used both, just grabbed a ruler. And something like maybe doing a beam where I would want to narrow it, say a couple of inches. Well, I didn't have the measurement. I went to the hardware store and I was looking for a set square that had inch increments on. No, they just didn't have any. It's all in millimetre.
I went,
and then you went afterwards to the other hardware store.
Oh, I see.
So I went to one, you went to one, and it turned out that they just don't sell set squares. And
they're so easy to get in it's
unbelievable.
Always have centimetres and inches in the UK, but they don't use inches here.
Yeah, it's weird. In the UK you could get it on both sides of a rule, couldn't you? On a steel rule you could have, on both sides, just flip it round. And brilliant. But just not in Japan. Another thing that we found that was just a little bit odd.
We do have some other news as well, which we didn't really know was going to happen, but apparently someone came to the door the other day and he was updating the map of the area, and it seems like in this area they update the map every 3 years. They do put everyone's name on the properties, who lives there, which I think is a little bit we would never do it in the UK anyway. So
You'd just
everyone
have an address, wouldn't you? You wouldn't
has,
have somebody's name. You'd have to kind of do some research, wouldn't you?
yeah, I think you'd have to contact land registry.
Oh,
So over here they have a map, and each house they want to know, they print the person's name on the house. But the good news is they've actually put the workshop on the map now. So
yes, the workshop's on the map, which means we are totally legit, which is awesome, isn't it?
yeah, it feels more real now, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, it's we are totally legit now,
You
and I
need
didn't
to
even
get a
think
sign,
that's.
I think, next.
Oh, yeah, I need to make some signs. I mean, we've got that really cool sticker making machine, so it wouldn't take much to knock something up. Maybe some plastic boards or acrylic boards. Make something really nice, something trick, put it on the back of on the side of the workshop. The outside of the workshop, I think, needs a bit of a tidy up anyway. At some point, would be nice to give it a lick of paint and tidy it up. But yeah, really good news. It does make you feel a bit more excited.
Garth says, UK I pay about £1.30 a litre.
£1.30
So
a litre.
that's quite, has it gone up? I remember during COVID times it was like 99p or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think it hasn't changed since we've.
Is
What am I thinking about?
I can't remember.
Or did it go up to 139? I can't remember. Yeah, that sounds about right. And yeah, it's pretty expensive, isn't it? It's definitely cheaper in Japan, and I don't know what the fuel quality is. I think I've mentioned in videos before that in the UK they do use ethanol in their petrol, and it is causing a lot of problems with old Volkswagens. If you're going to go get some fuel from the petrol station, just normal fuel works fine in a modern car, but it seems that this kind of ethanol, it rots fuel lines. If you've got the standard overbraided fuel line on your Volkswagen, you'll probably end up having to change it unless you use some kind of fuel stabilizer mixed in with it. And if you're using old-fashioned carburetors as well, it can tend to fur up. It leaves like a white corrosive residue inside your carbs, and that can cause all sorts of tuning problems. I really hope they've sorted that out, but I had a right headache with that.
Gabe says, has the temperature dropped in Japan yet? Arizona is still at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Everything Gabe says, we have to try and convert the... At the moment it's 33 degrees, but I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for us, the temperature is starting to calm down a bit. It was insane. Apparently it was the hottest summer since records began, whether that's true or not, but it was extremely hot to the point where a lot of Japanese people were actually complaining about the heat. So it wasn't just me being a soft lad trying to work in the workshop at 52 degrees or whatever it hit. It was genuinely ridiculously hot for anybody. So
I think it was on Friday, it was quite a cool day. So I did a bit of gardening and I got so many bites because obviously when it's cooler, the mosquitoes come out, and oh God, the last week has been really bad for me for bugs because in the middle of the night I felt something crawling on my arm. This is at 12. I've never been woken up with something crawling on my arm, but that was a huge cockroach, and I don't even know how it got into that room.
Yeah.
And there's no food, nothing in there for it to even, And then yesterday, it was the end of the day, I was watching Offline Love on Netflix, and just suddenly, they just heard really loud buzzing. I mean, it didn't wake up our daughter, but I was like, help, wasn't I? And then I was like, help as in hurry up. And you were like, just chilling out.
Not chilling out. I had my own bug problems at that time. It was those moths that lay little maggots, and I'd emptied the hoovered up some of these little moth maggots. This is gross, by the way, and I didn't realise it. Well, I must have pulled the bag out. It had a split. And so that decided to kind of almost fall out in the car. So I was trying to switch bin bags, and I've got a text message that says help, and I'm trying to get all this stuff off my arms, which was coming off the bin bag, and I didn't want these little maggots to go in the car, and I was having a right nightmare, and somebody thinks I was being a lazy bones.
Yeah, but I said, imagine if I was being murdered.
You would have said more than just
wouldn't have been able to take more than that. Anyway,
so I saved the day
Yeah.
and collected the bug from the bedroom, and I also managed
I couldn't
to
see it because I didn't
collect
have
more bugs outside.
I didn't have my glasses, so I was just like hearing the buzzing. I was like, where is it?
Luckily, we all survived with,
Yeah.
with these gross insects of Japan, but that's something that we're not quite used to from the UK, is seeing these many bugs and insects.
Yeah, so these little moths get in, and they just what happened was there was a snack, and where we'd put something on top of the snack popped, and the moth found its way there, and it was munching on a chocolate. Was it a chocolate?
I don't know what it was.
Anyway, Anyway, we won't go into all of that. Gabe says, I feel your pain on working in the shop in heat, brother. Oh, so he's probably really working in hot conditions as well.
Yeah, it's a right pain. Regardless if you're doing bodywork, mechanical or whatever, just being in a hot workshop, it's weird because even though you're keeping hydrated and everything else, it does feel that your brain starts to go elsewhere. So you've got to be wary not to make mistakes as well.
Gar says, E10 gas petrol is not good for classics, but Super or E5 has less methanol. Methanol?
Is it ethanol or methanol?
It looks like, is that methanol?
Oh, methanol, yeah.
Methanol, and it's kind of to older cars. I was like, is it menthol? Did you want to answer that?
Yeah, I mean, it's great how they can kind of just change the formula of petrol, isn't it? I mean, do you remember when we had leaded petrol? Four-star leaded petrol, and
I remember that.
Yeah, and then there was this new thing with unleaded petrol, and then a lot of classic car guys were like, no, what's going to happen? My valve seats, the valve seats on my engine.
Do you know, my dad used to put unleaded petrol into a normal car, but nothing happened. He just said, I'll give it 4-star for a treat sometimes, but in general, he always used unleaded petrol, and the car still went.
Yeah, I mean, the old cars, anything that, you're going to get combustion with something like petrol and you lob it in there, it's going to work. But the thing when switching from leaded to unleaded, a lot of cars relied on the lead in the fuel. Things like valve seats and things like that. If you didn't have hardened valve seats, it would cause, rapid deterioration of your engine. And I don't know how many classic cars suffered from this. A lot of people putting lead additives in and all sorts, mixing it up a bit. Volkswagen didn't have to worry about it because it had hardened valve seats anyway, but I did hear stories that sometimes that the timing would be slightly out with different octane, which is interesting. I know that between leaded petrol and unleaded petrol, there is a difference in the way it burns. I know this as when it was switching over, at the time I was driving a Mark 1 Golf, and it had a 16 valve 1800 engine conversion on some side draft Weber 40 carbs, and it ran really well on unleaded petrol. And my dad at the time had a Triumph TR6, and he found a place that did leaded petrol. We visited it. He filled his tank up. I filled my tank up, and I had no power. It literally had no power. I had to drive around all sluggish, and the car just wasn't working properly. And I had a feeling it was almost like it had retarded the timing. It felt a bit like that, and I had to wait until that whole tank was gone before I could refresh it with unleaded fuel again, and it was fine. So yeah, that's another thing to think about if you're using additives or you're changing fuels.
Wednesday's sushi day.
We love that name.
Hoover, so British.
Hoover.
It is so British, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you miss anything from the UK that you can't get in Japan?
Oh.
Mine, I know straight away, is salt and vinegar crisps. I did find some, it was like fake Pringles at Don Quixote, but it's just not the same. The salt and vinegar crisps aren't the same here. And I did get some Galaxy caramel sent over. It's chocolate that I can't find here.
Yeah.
And for you, it's probably deodorant.
Yeah, mine is antiperspirant deodorant, traditional British fish and chips, you know, the big type covered
Roast.
in batter. Yeah, roast dinners. Why is it always food with me? A normal size kebab or a large kebab. Anything larger than this, which is available in Japan. In the UK, you can get a large kebab, and I do miss that. I do miss my greasy English foods. It just doesn't really exist over here. And
The
as I mentioned
portions are a
before,
lot smaller over here, aren't they?
the portions are a lot smaller, and houses don't really have ovens. So that's another thing. So it's not as if I
And
can...
also, what we really we haven't seen a single whole chicken for sale here.
Yeah, that's odd.
It's always pieces
Yeah.
of chicken, but you know, at Christmas it's nice to have a whole chicken. And we were asking the family if they knew. They said possibly Costco would sell it, and then closer to Christmas they actually brought one out, but it was already cooked. And although it felt very Christmassy to have a whole chicken, it tasted like sweet and sour chicken to me. So it wasn't like the proper Christmas chicken that we have at home.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they have Christmas in Japan. It's not a holiday, but they love the novelty of it all. So they will have chicken at Christmas, and they, you know, a lot of households will have fun, and they'll get dressed up, and they'll do the whole Christmas thing with
But
presents.
actually, their traditional Christmas meal is pizza and KFC.
Yeah, pizza and KFC.
Yeah.
KFC do an amazing family.
But I think
chicken
you have
set,
to,
but you have to order.
pre-order, yeah.
Yeah, you have to order it, pre-order it, and also pre-order a Christmas cake, which is quite important to them. They have to have a Christmas cake. I think UK, you know, Christmas pudding. I think that's the way.
Oh.
Christmas pudding,
Oh,
and
maybe
if
we
it's
might
on
be able
fire.
to get one if my
it's
mum
better.
comes back. They might be coming out soon.
Oh, that's true.
She could bring one back for us.
Yeah, we might have to speak to our dealer to see if we can arrange some Christmas puddings to be brought over from the UK. There's so many. It's so many little things.
But Christmas cake's different here, isn't it? It's not like the one in England.
Yeah.
It's just like a sponge cake with Christmas.
Do you know, I don't know if I've actually had a.
We did
proper...
at my cousin's house the first year. First year we were here,
Yes.
they got Christmas cake.
Yeah, I think in my head I was looking for that one that was full up with fruit, marzipan, and icing and everything, relatively hard in texture.
Yeah, it's different
Yeah,
here,
it's
isn't
different.
it?
Yeah.
Rodville says, me and my wife have a deal. I take care of the spiders and she get the roaches. No way.
Whoa, yeah. I mean, we don't know much about cockroaches or roaches in the UK. This is something that we never even really. It never existed. I mean, we haven't seen many. It's
just two, I think 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
But it was
so
on my arm.
So lucky, but yeah, they're scary looking creatures, aren't they?
I just don't know. Yeah, I blocked the bottom of the door because there's a tiny gap there, and I thought maybe. But I don't know how that flying beetle got into the room yesterday, and the buzzing. I heard it through my earphones. I probably wouldn't have known.
There's these green beetles. They're totally harmless, and
But they're loud.
They're very loud. They can't fly very well, bless them. They kind of bounce into walls and all sorts, and constantly like banging themselves into windows. So they're not the greatest. Maybe they shouldn't be allowed to fly. Maybe their license should be removed.
When you caught it. Yeah. I was really surprised because I thought it was huge.
Yeah, it was only a tiny one.
Because, I couldn't see.
They make a lot of noise, don't they?
Yeah, I thought that must be like a monster. And then when you showed it to me, because after you went out with it, I had to check. I'm sure there's a bigger one there. But
the little ones make a lot of noise.
It was so noisy.
But they don't do much. But I think with these kind of beetles, if you hang your washing outside, they kind of just land on your washing, or they could even land on you, and you could walk into the house and not even realise it. Because they don't do anything. They just kind of bumble about.
Gabe says 110 Fahrenheit is 43 degrees, so it's probably similar.
Yeah, that's still quite hot, isn't it? Yeah, 43. I mean, I think we're now going to be bouncing around 40 perhaps. I think we're going to start cooling down now, which is absolutely
Yeah,
great.
and it's going to rain the rest of the week.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be in for some slightly cooler days, so I really
Oh
need to
gosh, Garth
pull my
says
finger out.
8 degrees here in the UK and it's raining.
What? Really?
8 degrees.
8 degrees? Oh my God,
It's still September. That's
yeah.
basically.
To be honest, that would make me feel a little bit miserable.
Yeah.
It's something I don't. I know we're having some crazy heat in Japan, and in the UK, the weather did feel it felt gloomy a lot. Felt dark.
The
and
summer
gloomy a
just,
lot,
it felt
didn't
like it was
So
2 weeks and it was over. It felt like for me.
Yeah.
Here it's really long, but I'm definitely more of a summer person than a winter. I can't bear the winter. Obviously, I've got no choice. But Jack Ratchet says hello from Canada. And
Whoa.
Gar says, have you got the engine parts together for the diesel VW?
Oh, for the 67 was that?
The diesel VW, is that? I don't know what that is.
So the
Diesel VW.
diesel one.
Do you,
Oh, was it the 67? Because I was going to get the parts together for that.
oh yeah, it must be then.
Yeah. The answer is no. I actually made a massive list of all the parts that I needed to rebuild the engine, and I was going to go ahead and order things like new barrels and pistons and things like that. At the time, they were currently out of stock in Japan. They had a couple of sets in the UK. I inquired about them, and I said, will you post to Japan? They said they're not in stock. I was like, but you show that they're in stock. Anyway, so they're now in stock in the UK, and I've had second thoughts about it. I'm thinking the amount of money I've got to pump into this engine to just get it built up as a long block is going to be a huge amount of money, and for less than that I can actually probably get a second-hand working engine, and perhaps maybe even a H-code engine. The other alternative is just put something like a 1600 in there and make a running Beetle, and in the future do something with the engine. So I'm a little bit kind of confused. I'm not in a position to spend a huge amount of money on the stripped down engine for it to fail, if that makes sense. So I have to be 100% sure that I know what I'm doing. So the plan is keep an eye out for the parts for the engine and carry on with the rest of the stuff. We've got, headlining, carpet, interior to sort out. Still need to source a fuel tank. We've still got wheels and tires to look at. So I've still got a lot of stuff. Oh, and the ridiculously expensive bumpers. There's a lot going on still before it needs an engine. So maybe something will happen. I'm kind of hoping that something will happen in between. Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with that.
Yeah.
It may feel that we're doing absolutely, kind of concentrating on BedBug. The other day I did mention that I did hurt my back, and it meant that I couldn't do any sanding, but that didn't mean I couldn't do any work. I did nip into the workshop, and I did remove the sealed beam unit headlights from the 67, and I replaced them with new items from the UK, so really happy with that. Let me just go grab one so you guys know what I'm talking about.
Gabe says, keep up with the great work and great videos. I've enjoyed them. Cheers.
Cheers.
Is it Augie? Hello from California.
California, hey, great. Oh, when people say California, I just think awesome weather.
Yeah.
It's
You've just got that image of, yeah.
I have, yeah, just watching too much telly.
Do you remember that drink, Sunny Delight? And they used to have...
Sunny D is the orange one,
Was it California and then Florida flavour?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how they decided which one was which, but...
Different oranges.
I think it did. Did it have a sunshine on the packet? I don't know if that's what, I can't remember.
Just something I'd show you. On the 67, it was fitted with these here. You can see they're kind of a curved glass. It's a sealed beam unit, which means that the filaments are actually inside along with the gas. And if you have a problem with your high or low beam, you have to replace the whole headlight, which seems a bit crazy. So I prefer to have something that has an interchangeable bulb that I can take out. This one doesn't have a side light. on the 67. So what I needed to do is, this is also a left-hand drive glass, and I needed a right-hand drive one. So what I did is I switched them out with some of these here, which are a kind of like a UK spec. It's a right-hand drive headlight, so the beam pattern is going in the correct way. And also I found one that didn't have a side light, so I don't have that hole inside, so I can keep it looking original. And on the back here, it has a place for a halogen bulb, so I can use a tungsten, but I prefer to use a halogen upgrade bulb because it's always nice to see what you're doing at night in a classic vehicle. So yeah, that's great. So I now have a set of front headlights for the 67.
Oh, great.
So that's fantastic news. So that's what I was doing while my back was out. I was just undoing the screws and replacing these headlights. But that's another chunk done that can be bolted onto the front of the 67. So as you know, I've got loads of little bits and pieces that need to go on that. I just need to find the time, and some more parts actually. There are a couple more parts that I didn't realise I needed that I have to kind of source. But what I really need to do now is start thinking about headlining and carpet, and then what to do with the interior. I'd like to get a full interior set for it, which would be really nice. If I can keep it original black, that'd be even better.
Bandy Flip says, did I miss this? Hello from Yorkshire if I didn't. Oh, that means somebody's up late if it's from the UK.
Wow, yeah. Well, you've kind of joined us at the end, but don't worry, we will be putting this on as a watchable live afterwards. Hello UK. Oh, we've heard that you've had some really cold weather lately.
It's probably even colder in Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yeah, Yorkshire does seem to be a little bit chillier. I do love Yorkshire though.
I just think of Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea.
Yeah. It's quite strong, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
compared
nice.
to
Yeah.
They actually had. I did bring some Yorkshire tea over for my family as a gift. They got biscuit flavour and toast and jam, I think it was.
That's crazy.
They loved it.
Toast and jam flavoured tea.
Yeah, because it's a little bit different, isn't it? So I'm sure they asked for more. So I think they did really like it. Actually, I might ask for it for myself.
There's nothing wrong with a strong brew, is there?
Yeah, but it really tastes like toast. It's weird. You probably wouldn't have one because you're a bit more traditional.
I'm a little bit traditional. Something like a PG Tips would do for me.
Yeah, I like trying different things.
Yeah, I'm not into all this kind of fancy teas, I'm afraid. I like my tea to taste like tea and not toast. It's just the way I roll.
Bandy Flip says, it's been raining here all day. Can't beat Yorkshire tea.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Wednesday is sushi day. Where in the UK are you from? South but not London, not Essex, home counties, Hertfordshire. So I lived in London for almost 40 years, and then you lived in...
I'm a little bit down south.
Yeah.
I'm from originally Hampshire, so yeah, kind of not too far. I mean, if you jumped in the car, probably an hour away from London if you wanted to go to London.
Yeah.
But on the outskirts where it's slightly greener. But yeah, that's...
I can hear.
There's something flying around the workshop, by the way.
It might be one of those beetles. It's quite loud.
If it's one of those beetles, he's probably going to be bouncing into the walls in a minute. They just, as I said, they tend to do that. Fly flat out into a wall and then turn around and go into a window, roll around on the floor for a bit and then fly off. They're quite entertaining to watch, but yeah, there he is.
Just back to that question. I think I moved to Aldershot for the last 18 months before we moved here. And I feel like it helped me prepare a little bit for living in Japan, just because I think where I lived in London, I could walk everywhere. The transport was amazing, buses every 5 minutes, or I think around your area, they're more like every 30 minutes or an hour or something like that.
Yeah, if that,
But most people drive where you are. A lot of my friends don't have a driving license because the transport
isn't it crazy? Yeah,
is so good in London. So I think, whereas here you definitely need a car, don't you?
What, in Japan?
Yeah. So I think this kind of distance it's almost like living in Aldershot, isn't it? Oh, it is one of them. Yeah, so
Sorry, I'm not zoning out. I'm just trying to identify a flying beastie that's in the workshop, just to see if it has a whopping great sting on it or not. But I think it is just one of those bumbly beetles.
okay, so it's been really nice catching up with everyone today.
Yeah, I mean we've spoken about quite a lot of just random stuff, and it's great because that's what this part of doing the lives. This is what it's about. It's about getting to know you guys and just a little bit of what it's like being in Japan, and also we want to know what it's like where you are as well. So it's nice, isn't it? It's a bit of a catch up.
Yeah, we share the weather, prices, the cost of living, and yeah, it's nice to know what everyone else's experience is.
Totally interesting.
And I think today might be the first day we've got someone viewing from Japan.
Yeah, that may be, yeah.
Yeah, so Wednesday is sushi day.
Yeah, something that's interesting with this channel is, although we are in Japan, a lot of our viewers aren't actually in Japan or Japanese or anything like that. It's crazy to think that, but I guess this kind of channel, it may not be popular with. We do have some Japanese viewers, and apparently I didn't know this, but you can turn on subtitles and.
I need to watch you. Oh no, it's not the sound. Is it dubbing or is it just subtitles?
I don't know if it's auto dub, but I got told you could watch it with subtitles.
Okay.
Apparently I talk too fast. They said I talk too fast, so I'm guessing that the subtitles are like and they can't read them quick enough.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, we don't get many Japanese viewers, so that's quite interesting, isn't it? Even though that this. Our videos are available in Japanese.
Yeah, Jack Cratchy says, love the channel, keep up the great work.
Oh, cheers, thank you.
Right, okay, so I think that's it for this week, and we'll update you with our events next week.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of a catch up next week.
Oh, we forgot to say about our cookie. Our cookie.
Yes, how could we forget?
Yeah, we've been waiting for this moment for weeks and weeks, haven't we?
Yeah, so a while back we mentioned that when we hit the magic 3,000 subscribers, we're going to go out and we're going to treat ourselves to a cookie. Doesn't sound much, but to us it's a very special cookie. It's like one of those gourmet ones that we had ages ago, and we've been meaning to go back to this place and pick one up.
And it's quite far away.
It is quite far away, and so yeah, as a special treat, we'll be doing that. Maybe buy a couple of them.
Also, we're not going to go this week. We're going to go next week because they have another festival there. So it's going to be an all-round really good day, I think.
Yeah, we thought that we'd kind of try and kill two birds with one stone. I hate that saying, it sounds terrible. But yeah, if we can get it all done at the same time, that'd be cool.
A cookie for breakfast, and then
we're going to get there super
order.
Early, so we get the best choice of cookies, aren't we?
Yeah, because there was only 2 flavours left last time we went, so...
Yeah, awesome flavour or awesome flavour.
Yeah.
It's just great, wasn't it? So yeah, 3,000 subscribers, super happy with that.
Garth says, I agree with Jack Ratchet. Bandy Flip says, nice to see you live, even though it was a short visit. If you need any tea or proper Yorkshire puddings, let me know. Yorkshire puddings.
Yorkshire puddings, how could I forget?
And gravy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. I mean, it's still the morning here. I've had my breakfast, but that really makes my stomach kind of hungry thinking about Yorkshire puddings. I haven't had a Yorkshire pudding forever.
If you were rich, you would just fly back for that.
Yeah, I'll just get on my private jet just to have a Yorkshire pudding.
Wednesday is Sushi Day says, are you going to the mobility show in November? I think that must be that...
I think we found out about that, didn't we?
Yeah, I think, was it? Yeah, I put a poster on your YouTube just in case anyone is here. Are you talking about the one in Fujioka? Because
no, it's a different one.
Oh, is it a different one?
The one that Oldskar mentioned.
Where is it?
It was a big show, and he said it's quite far away. Do you
remember?
remember?
I see.
He mentioned it a while back. I think it's that one. I mean, there is so many car shows, aren't there? I mean, we're kind of not actively looking for them, and we don't really want to go too far out at the moment, so we've got a couple of local ones coming up.
It's in Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo, yeah. I mean, we could probably do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones in Tokyo are amazing. They have some amazing car shows there.
Is that... still buzzing around.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, okay.
He's gone.
Yeah, so we'll have to see, won't we?
Yeah, in the future we'd like to go to more of these kind of shows, but yeah, time is kind of pressing on this BedBug job, and I really need to just get it done.
Yeah.
And it'll hopefully, I'm hoping between the finish of BedBug and the introduction to a new project, we're going to have a little bit of time in the middle just to do these kind of things.
And also we want to see your family as well.
Yeah, I haven't really spent much time with my family since we've been here. I've got family kind of in Japan, but they're scattered around a bit, and it's quite a lot of traveling involved. But I would like to do, you know, kind of jump in a car and do like a little road trip and check out some other areas, and hopefully check out some different cars and things on the way. Yeah, that'd be great.
Great.
Great for me, great for you guys. Not so interesting if you don't like cars.
This show's in Odaiba, in Tokyo.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. So we can look it up if we do happen to have it sometime, or you're done, or.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, we've got business in Tokyo to do if we are there, so that'd be good to kind of get that sorted.
Wednesday Sushi Days says recommend a trip to Nagano. I loved it there, I have to say.
I really want to go.
I think our daughter would, if she saw the monkeys in the bath, she would absolutely love it, wouldn't she?
She'd go crazy.
She'd probably go in and join them.
Yeah, she probably would. Yeah, I mean, there's such amazing, beautiful places in Japan. Everywhere we visited in Japan, it's been. They've got their own way of doing things, and everything's all kind of unique to that area. But it is amazing in how they do it. Whether you're going to the built-up skyscraper cities, or whether you're going to these tiny little towns in the middle of nowhere, there's something very, very, very special about it.
Every area's got their own special little thing, haven't they?
Yeah, they've even got their own special foods, and
yeah.
that's pretty good. So you could go across Japan trying that prefecture's speciality.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily the special foods, they've got their own way of doing the same dish, which is quite interesting too.
What was it my aunt was explaining to me? She was saying, I'm sure she said people from up north, they don't like salty foods as much as people south. So people from the north struggle to eat ramen in the south because more down this way, they have a lot, the salt is a lot stronger.
Oh, that's
so usually they have to have it diluted. They can't, it's too much for them. Because we find food really salty here, don't we?
Yeah, it's really salty. Yeah, and sometimes it's kind of heartburn territory.
Yeah, yesterday it was.
Yeah, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you get used to it after a while. But it's just a bit of a system shock, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just getting used to just foods, but there are plenty of different foods to try out there. So
yeah. Right, okay. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah,
and sharing your
for tuning in
comments
again.
And
it's been fun.
And thank you to the people who commented on that video and said it's MEZURASHII. That was really kind, because we probably wouldn't have. We only came across it by chance, so we're really good to the people.
It was totally by accident, and they already had put comments on this guy's video, or shall I say it's video, it's yours, and it's MEZURASHII's video, and it just felt pretty cool that you guys have found it and said not your content. And it's like, well, he's totally right. It's not
so
his
thank
content.
you for that. And hopefully we all being well, the little one's okay, we'll probably do another one same time next week, hopefully.
Yeah, let's we're going to try and keep it a regular thing. It's at the moment I think we can do it, but it all depends on the little one.
Yeah. And she's always catching something, isn't she?
Yeah, she's always catching something and giving her lurgy to mum and dad, which is fantastic. So we got that to look forward to. But yeah, we would like to make a slot every week, and I know it's not going to fit with everyone's time where you are in the world, but at least it'll be on there as a live video that can be replayed.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
Thanks ever so much for watching.
Thank
See you next time. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.